Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to part 37 of Let's Play Tyranny. In the last part, we had just killed Amelia, Graven Ash's daughter, and Graven Ash's granddaughter. So we're not in the good books of anyone at this moment. But anyway, let's continue. I can hear the winds subsiding at long last. The edict is passed, and soon we may ever see the skies over Stalwart. The death of the babe, a terrifying thing. And yet we've returned so much life to these begleared lands. Fuck, my words do not work today. I don't know if anything can redeem this act, but the Legion may venture to try it. Preserving all that makes the disfavored right, our deeds, our honor, that will be absolute enough. The babe had the blood of the North after all. She would have wanted that. The stalemate between the unbroken and the disfavored is at an end. A victory that can't be measured in rings. Thank you, Fatebinder. I will remain at Sentinel Stand to secure this location and send word to Ash of your excellent work. Can you leave out the part where I kill his daughter? Because that would not... That's not going to end well. I know that's not going to end well, so I'd prefer... Ooh. I'm not going to lie, I actually like that shield. I think that one will work better for him. So will that. Oh, that's a two-handed sword, right. We'll leave him with the weapon he's got currently. Lantry. Oh, the steadfast insignia. Gonna keep that on. You can have the Fatebinder seal. What's this like? Extra armor? I'll take that. That actually looks pretty cool as well. I need better gloves. Is that good for you? No. What's this? Jewel of Fortune. Makes you become lucky. Lucky. Yeah, okay, that'll do.
Can't do that.
Got some loot here. You can research this with access to the Spider Library.
Can't do that.
There's a little box here. Alright, let's fuck off now. We're done. It's very unfortunate what had to be done. But when it has to be done, you can't... You just have to do it. You can't just not do it. It's one of those... It's one of those things. When something has to be done, you do it. Or at least that's what my character thinks anyway. That's my character. Rather do a bad deed to finish, than do a good deed to finish something bad, if you know what I mean. Like, yeah. They keep us safe in our hands. Repairs are already underway. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'll get rid of that in a minute. Ignore that thing at the top. I actually want to hear about what we've accomplished here. I'll hand back and oversee the repairs of the defences. There we go. What I am going to do, though, is quickly save the game, because I didn't save it in between parts, because I couldn't. So, yeah. Yeah. Luckily, we don't have too much wrath with them, and I don't believe we have... Yeah, we have quite a bit of wrath over the... yeah. I could not let Graven Ash break his own thing. But we'll leave here and we'll go do something else. Once we finish the mission, we'll see what else this world has entitled for us, or in store for us. And it looks much better with disfavored banners over it. Dark ending to that event, though. I must admit, I did not foresee such a dark, well, just how dark it truly could be. I did not foresee it. I just couldn't expect something that dark, but it was pretty cool though. At the same time, it's like a weird type of dark. Exactly the same. The only difference is looks. I'm gonna stick with this one. Anyway, let's go this way.
I can't.
Actually, that was dumb. Give me my great spear back. I can sell that for a lot of money.
Sorry.
So we're gonna just loot everything we can and then we'll leave.
Do you have eyes on this?
Well, it's in your legs, so I'm pretty sure if you don't have eyes, that you do now, technically.
Sorry, I can't.
It seems there's another bit of loot somewhere.
Sorry,
No, come
I
here.
can't.
Come back here, guys. Interesting. I can't figure out what the loot is. I wonder if my guys on fast because I see no reason not to be on fast as we're not doing. Well, we're doing a looking for loot. Therefore, it's not really as
Can't do that. Can't do
extremely like an extremely
that. Can't
important.
do that.
It says there's loot there when there isn't. You know, fuck it. Let's just get out of here. Let's turn that off. So what does this do? Plus 2 resolve, plus 20 defense against push attacks, plus a different 20 defense against. All right, I don't want to fucking. I didn't want to fucking read it again. It's fine. Worst.
Can't do that.
Okay, you fuckers get that. Well, what's... I never saw them practicing there before. Yeah, he's not going to be happy with us. Oh well. We did as he requested, technically. We also ended the edict. That's, yeah. The great keep of Sentinel's stand is ours. Oh, how I will relish tearing down every vestige of Unbroken and burying the standard of that corrupt realm. This is a great victory for the disfavored. What's more, we are delivered from the Edict of Storms, where I want to speak of you in glowing terms, though I instructed them specifically not to report on your deeds in too much detail. I wanted to hear about it from no one but the source. I would know more about how it felt to stand in the center of the storm as the Overlord's magic dissolved around you. You must be wary from your travels. I am eager to hear your account, but I will understand if you still need to gather your thoughts. This is a joyous day, and I wouldn't spoil it with impotence. Let's go over the Sentinel stand. The seat of the Regents and a tarnished gem of stalwart. I have anticipated this, so tell me, what do you have to report? Sterius Herodin is dead. This is gratifying to hear. The coward spent too long crouched behind the walls of Sentinel's stand. It deserves none of Corus's mercy. The Regent's family was an inbred and corrupt line of failed leaders. Oh, he really shouldn't fucking say that. He does not understand, does he? They had neither the courage nor the grit to lead their realm to prosperity. As they demonstrated, Stalwart is much improved by their absence. The Edict of Storms is ended. And I have breathed fresh air for the first time since I returned to Iron Heath. You managed to accomplish what my force could not. More importantly, you have abated Curus's anger for the time being. With the great stalemate of the conquest ended, surely we have earned the favour of Tunon and Curus alike. Every deed you've accomplished in the name of disfavoured proves our right to rule these lands. Ash balls a fist and enthusiastically pumps it in the air. How did it feel, Fatebinder? I have not had the distinction of breaking an edict, much less several. It feels like less like breaking a spell and more like absorbing it. Strange distinction. I would offer you some comfort assurance that this will pass, but that would be an empty promise. Your actions at Vendrian's Well have caused us all to expect more than we were ever prepared to shoulder as a legal clerk. Living up to our admittedly high expectations will do more than merely get you through this war. There are great things to come once the dust settles. So what's our next step? Is there nothing else you wish to discuss? Nothing about my daughter? Ash furrows his brows and looks at you with some unspoken emotion. Let's talk about Amelia. My Amelia, I can no longer sense her presence, and I've anticipated the worst since you returned from Sentinel Stand. As a general, I can be cautious, but only as a father can I know fear. Ash clenches his hand into a tight fist at his side. Say what you would then. I want to see what he's going to say, so I don't want to gain wrath, but it's true. She redefines sedation by birthing the next regent of Stalwart. Sedation? You are either mad or suicidal, suggests my Amelia would lay with the enemy. I would have you thrown from the walls of this fortress before I offered credence to your depraved accusation. Speak no more of these lies. I won't have thee then poisoning the air of the Iron Heath, and the ears of my fellow countrymen. You are a fool if you think that I'd believe such unobvious ruse. Ash regards you with uncertainty, his eyes searching for truth or contradiction. I was forced to kill her. You did what? I was prepared for your jest or evasion, but I hear none of it in your voice. I had felt a disruption in my daughter's bond. To have fallen by your hand. The Archon fist squeezes so hard you can hear his gauntlet buckle under the strain. Shatterer of houses and defiler of families, only by the will of Kyros could you leave this fortress with your life. I will break you in ways unimaginable even with the voices of Narat. What I inflict will redefine the boundaries of cruelty. How about to blow up like the walls of Sentinel Stand? Keep your weapon ready, Binder. Oh, he's about to, but yeah, okay. Her baby needed to die to end the edict. I had no choice. So you pretend that you severed my bloodline in the name of duty. If you don't know the meaning of restraint or respect or responsibility, then you have no business associating with my decorated legion. Would I had simply drowned you upon your arrival at the Apex Valley and spared myself this grief. What am I to do with you, Fatebinder, or should I call you Sorcerer of Atrocities? I would be within my right to end your life here and now, but losing the favour of Tunon might prove a crippling setback to the war. In all my centuries, I have never stood at such an impasse. Amelia died a traitor's death. No. She lived and died by her own choices. What more could any of us ask for? I would not be so quick to justify her defiance, Fatebinder. I am not in trusting mood, and I could drag you to Tunon as a traitor as easily break you in half. But she did make her choice, didn't she? I could no more hold you accountable than I could any of my soldiers. No one should have to answer for Amelia's action but her. She has, in her own way. She'll be given all the proper rights that a northern soldier deserves. Nothing more or less. My daughter is dead, and this is no wound that time could heal. Take this lesson, if nothing else, Fatebinder. An Archon's lifespan is burdened by cause beyond all mortal reckoning. Family, country, loyalty, the things that truly matter, that are made to last, they too will crumble and die with their course. A haunted expression overtakes the Archon, and the lines running down his face deepen with sorrow. It takes him several moments to blink again and shake himself back into sense. First things first, my soldiers reported on your activities in the Blade Grave. They saw what happened when you broke the Edict of Storms. The power of this edict flowed through you like the wind. No one could account for it, but I have my suspicion you are becoming powerful. Perhaps in ways even I don't understand. I can't explain it, but when I break Edicts or access spires, I feel stronger. These tools beyond the kin of people or Archons alike. Take care of that you don't overstep your bounds. In Kyros' hierarchy, someone always notices. With that out of the way, let's return to the matter of war. Position in tiers is strengthening by the day, but there is more work still to be done. It is time to broaden our scope in this war. There are two regions of interest, and either of them would strengthen our hold in the realm. Leviathan's Crossing is home to merchants and the skilled forge about artisans. The Burning Library was home to the all-known stones before Kyros is reduced to cinders. I will head to Leviathan's Crossing. The Bronze Brotherhood, a degenerate mercenary band, are in control of the crossing point at present. You'll have to dispatch them if you wish to make any headway in the region. The Forge Bound are critical for keeping Kyros' forces armed, and we should work to shield them from the trials of this war. A Forge Bound master is making her way to Leviathan's Crossing right now. Her name is Dinya. It would be best if you to intercept her first. If we recognize the value of her and her fellow artisans, the others will inevitably arrive at the same conclusion. An elder lives in one of the settlement's meager hovels. Illidan, they call him. He knows more about the region. What is it you require? So, how much should I piss him off? Let us say, I'm going to say a lot. Yep, definitely a lot. I mean, he had to hear the truth, because it was funny. I did not know I could do that. So 4 hours and we get our missive back. Oh, pause. Let's not pause the game. Let's speed it up. Come on, guys, you can do it quicker. There we go. Okay, we're gonna go. The mountain spire is lit up, so we're gonna go there. We're gonna go all the way to Vengeance Well. It'll take us 17 hours, which means my missive I'll get my missive back. It's lit up, that means something must be happening, which means we must be needed there. Therefore, that's what we're doing. Come on. Come on, loading screen. Okay. You feel as your reach has broadened. You can feel the push and pull of your influence growing throughout the tiers. If you concentrate, it would appear you can begin the trance that showed you the glimpses of the previous spire. And touch the Renaissanta and concentrate. Once more you touch the sculpture, and once more your mind is flooded with sensation. This time of your senses leaving your body and floating up higher even than the mountain spire, until all the Terratus is beneath your feet. From high above, you see the mystic's currents moving about Terratus, billowing clouds of every color that churn about the realms. Even from this faraway vantage point, the cyclones and currents of magic fill you with dread and foreboding. Send your thoughts downward. As you imagine the sense of heaviness, your perception drifts towards the ground, hurtling through the soil until your vision resumes in the dark, foreboding halls of the old walls. Though you can still make out almost nothing in the cramped darkness of the old walls, you can feel the old walls running through the soil of Terratus, linking many of the spires with these mystical arteries. Send your senses toward the mystic currents. As you near the mystic currents, you hear incoherent voices, commands, proclamations, the stuff of edicts. All across Terratus, the edicts of Tyranny, some centuries old, still live on, their arcane signatures bright as midday sun, similarly stronger than the day they were proclaimed. As your senses float away from the arcane turbulence, you're struck by the fact that land untouched by Kira's edicts appear to be in the minority. Even lands long ago conquered by Kiras are still haunted by edicts. Whether they because they are still linger from the olden days of the conquest, or if they were cast more recently to suppress rebellion, your senses cannot glean. We will step away from the sculpture. Salutations, Alexander Hill. It is difficult to separate fact from superstition when it comes to the edicts, as it seems only Kyros knows how it all works, and the rest of us are left to live in fear and ponder it all. Kyros' edicts are a sort of magic above and beyond even the Archons. I dare say the edicts are stronger than Kyros, as there is no evidence Kyros can willingly stop an edict once set into motion, which is in part why Kyros' edicts seem to have an until or unless clause in their wording. I know the edict, as powerful as it is, requires human voice to complete the casting. Thus the Overlord has people like you proclaim edicts cast far from the Imperial throne. The magic is Kyros' magic, but the human voice is the final carrier or trigger to complete the magic phenomenon. And here's what's most fascinating, at least as far as you are concerned. There have been dozens of mortal agents who have been made to proclaim edicts. 2/3 of them died within a decade, and many gave reports of lingering mystic scars from the ordeal. And there have also been a handful to resolve and break these until and unless clauses get fulfilled from time to time, and we see a similar pattern in history. Those who resolve them often live short lives, and many speak of arcane side effects of the shattered edicts. Here's where you're unique. The best of my fact-finding, you are the first to proclaim and break the same edict. Whatever mystical power is involved in this creation and destruction of such magics, you're the first to stand at the terminus of both. Now that I know spires can be awoken, it makes sense that if anything can or would wake them from slumber, a shattered edict seems a likely culprit. Kyros has the other edicts in place throughout the tiers. If you truly wish to learn more, perhaps you should take it upon yourself to shatter those edicts. After all, if Chorus did not wish for the edict to be broken, why include a termination clause? We'll solicit her. Dear Mufos, I appreciate the information. Thank you for sharing. Knowing what you know of my situation, what would you do? There we go. So we need to go do some selling.
I'll do it for the North.
On it.
No, you will do it for me, you dickhead. Let's go sell to this dickhead. My gear is good enough, but actually, ladies and gentlemen, we'll actually unfortunately have to do it in the next part. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. I'll see you guys next part. See you guys then.